Hey, this is Politics with Laura. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Some more. Oh, man, I got a good one for you today. Look, you got to pay close attention because there's a lot going on here. And as long as these politicians are throwing out all this stuff in the media, that gives us a little bit here and a little bit there, but they consistently lie to us. Yeah. Thank you, Obama. You did that. But I digress on that point. All right. I got a good one lined up. Let me make sure I got everything straightened out because I'm using different programs. All right. That's working. All righty. Okay. It goes back to her. And when I say her, I mean this person here. Yes, Kamala Harris. Yes, her. Um, they call her the DEI hire. They do. And then you got to stop and think. Remember, and we got to go back. We got to remember when Joe Biden made her vice president. Yeah. Look, I'm going someplace with this. Just stick with me. I just want to just say a couple of things, have people shuffle in. And he said, oh, well, we have our first minority vice president. We have our first woman vice president. We have our first immigrant I mean, he went down the list. And you're saying that she wasn't a DEI hire? Yeah, she was. And she was like, oh, yeah, I'm half Asian, Black, and a woman. I'm fit all of them in one person. I mean, and she leaned into that. She did. And she was proud of that until people start calling her a DEI hire. Then all of a sudden she wants to get offended. I mean, come on. Something has to give. But here. Now, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were really easy on the border and let everyone and the mama in. Now, I said last year, go back, and I said what Venezuela, El Salvador, and all these countries are doing is they are pulling a Cuba, they're pulling a Fidel Castro. What Fidel Castro did back in the 90s, some of you going to get upset with me, but that's okay. Many people stay mad and they're still mad, but that's all right. You could be mad as all you want. That's all right. Fidel Castro opened up his jails, opened up his insane asylums, and yes, he kicked out all the LGBTQ people in Cuba and tried to send them all to the United States because you had the people down there saying, hey, free my people are under communism. Remember that? Go back to that. Go back to Elian. If you don't remember that, go back to that. And what Fidel did, he brought the United States to its knees, which is embarrassing. These democratic policies that I looked at, and I was in college and I laughed. I thought it was hysterical. I'm like, okay, check this out. Clinton, you look stupid. You're being played. The whole world sees it. Now, fast forward. 2021. Biden takes over and the Trump mandate expired and everyone came. Everyone. I don't think there's anyone in El Salvador besides 5 people and a president. I mean, I'm just like, look, is this it? Look at that. Look at that. Look at all the people coming. That right there's a sea of people. I mean, who comes moves like that. You got a massive amount that look like 5 billion people. Okay, I know I'm being hyperbolic, but you got what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people came and they weren't vetted. We don't know who was who. And if you look back at other videos I've done, there were people in Mexico that got snapped up for car trafficking. Yes, they were trafficking the cars. You know exactly what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. A lot of that going on, but that's not the direction that I'm going. Sorry about that. That's not the direction that I'm going. Now, with all of this happening now, and I find it quite interesting that this same thing is going on across America. I've been checking it out here, and it's the same MO. I'm going to start near my neck of the woods, the DMV area. Yes, yes, the DMV area. Hold on for a second. I'm sorry. Um, my neck of the woods. So let me share my screen. All right, right here. Thieves steal weapons after ramming car into a Rockville gun store. Yes. Now this right here happened in November 26, 2024. Okay, I understand that what I'm saying happened 2 years ago. I get that it happened 2 years ago, but follow me here because I'm linking some stuff together, and it has been complicit with the Democratic Party. How what they do is whenever someone that comes here illegally, and how can I say, how they have their laws bent to fit them. Now just watch this. Just watch this. Just watch. Okay. And then, matter of fact, in your area, Google, because Google can be your friend. Google any gun store that was robbed and look at what was taken. It wasn't one or two, it was a whole freaking store. But hold on. Here. Now, what I found interesting was this. Not him, no. Here. Montgomery County, Maryland. Thieves burglarized a gun store in Rockville Friday morning. Remember, this happened 2 years ago. And now police are searching for the suspects. Now, it was Atlantic Guns located. Okay, that right there is not. Now, here, while details are scant, for now, the police said around 1 a.m., a black sedan rammed into the gun store. Between five or six suspects forced their way in. And the initial report said, but let me get to the part that I'm trying to connect that's going around the United States. Now, here, as many of the followers, customers, and friends already know, that there was an attempt to make entry into the store Saturday morning. Unfortunately, why unfortunately? But what appears to be the same group of individuals returned early this morning and made a successful entry theft. Okay. Now, this is in the DMV area. And what they took, oh, come on, don't do this. The gun shop opened up for business and operated at limited capacity. Oh no. What the hey? This is not good. I'm sorry about this. Okay, limited capacity. The stores implemented the checks and process and controls and customers. So the store was robbed, right? It's a gun store, or I'm sorry, a bang bang store. And okay, now it doesn't stop there. It doesn't. Okay, now this right here is very recent. Now that was 2 years ago, just so that you can see how long this has been happening. All right, this happened. This is thieves ran Damascus gun store with car. Same thing, stealing bang bangs and ammo. And this happened. Why is this? This happened November 13th, 2023. So this right here is basically about what, almost a year from now, but the first one was about a year and a half. Okay. So here it says thieves in Montgomery County, Maryland, used a car, the same MO. Used a car to ram into the front door of the gun store in Damascus Sunday, police said. Now it's going to give a little bit more. 3 people were able to get away with an undisclosed number of bang bangs plus ammunition. Now, what are they looking for? I mean, no, I know what they're looking for, but why? Why are these people going into the stores and getting bang bangs and ammo? Now, this right here was 2 were done within what, a year's time, a year and a half's time, give or take some months, days, hours, right? But it doesn't stop there. So we already know. Now, this happened in DC. And okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. But however, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't. And you got to stop and think. Now, let me go ahead and point this out. I have to point this out because former President Donald Trump said something that people went ballistic over. Okay. He said, crime drops in Venezuela does not prove Trump's claim the country is sending criminals to the US. That has nothing to do with it. Now, the president of El Salvador just said that they locked up 60,000 people in this big maximum jail, right? Now, I looked, and Venezuela in El Salvador has about 6 million people that are in El Salvador. Now, again, he pulled a Fidel Castro because now they're saying, people, please come and visit El Salvador. Bring your dollars. There are a number of El Salvadorians who are coming here illegal. Now, Venezuela just admitted, I think, last year, that they opened up their jails, their insane asylums, and yes, they're getting rid of their LGBTQ as well. Say, you all go up to America, go on up. And Department of Homeland Security knew about that. Joe Biden knew about that. Kamala Harris knew about that. But when Donald Trump said, hey, some bad dudes are coming up here, all of a sudden, you're xenophobic. You're xenophobic. And that's exactly what was said. But I digress on that point. Let me finish this up because it gets quite interesting. Now, here. Now, I looked at the East Coast. This right here is Liberty, Missouri. Okay. I haven't even looked at Wisconsin. I haven't looked at Ohio. I don't need to. But check this out. Burglary causes Liberty Gun Bang Bang store to close its doors just weeks later. Now, let's see if there is any similarities between the other two cases. This is on what? Missouri is what? The Plain States, the middle to the west of the United States, thousands of miles away. So it's not the same 6 people, nor the same 3 people. These are a different set of people. So here, Liberty, Missouri, it is less than a month ago, and this happened August 12th. This is what? August 5th, 7th, 18th. August 18th, Eastern Standard Time, 8:21 p.m. Now, this right here happened, what? 6 days ago. This story came out. Recent, within a 2-week period. I'm not talking about last year. I'm not talking about 2 years. I'm talking about 2 weeks ago. So here, less than a month ago, Fox showed you a video of thieves ramming into the downtown Liberty gun store, Bang Bang store, and making off with thousands of dollars worth of Bang Bangs. The owner now tells us that they have permanently closed the doors. I'm still mad. I don't see how anyone else's actions get to Dieter my dream, Heidi says. So here, let me see, where's it at? Is that really it? So here it says not just gone, but gone all under 2 minutes. These thieves rammed a stolen car into the front of the Adventure Outdoor and then making a run for it and getting away. The same style, okay? The very same style. 3 different locations, the same MO, the same thing. The car ramming into the door, people getting out, taking Bang Bangs and ammo. 2 stores closed down and took I'm not going to say everything because 2 didn't even say how much. One said thousands and thousands of dollars. All right. So it's man, oh man, oh man. So this is more specific. This right here is in Los Angeles. When did this happen? In July of this year. So you got the East Coast. And this is wild. You have, wait a minute. You have the East Coast, you have the Central State, and you have the West Coast. Everything is the same MO, the exact same. I'm not going to harp on that anymore. But here, early last fall around 1 a.m., a Optima ran into the front entrance of Chaparral and Bang Bang and Marietta. Hooded and masked burglars emerged, jumping from the counter, filling backpacks um, on their chests and making a getaway for it. The second vehicle, leaving the stolen Kia, smashed into the building. They were in the store for less than 90 seconds, enough time to get away with 43 bang bangs. Denise Gertz, the co-owner, said, and her son. So they said that the netted thieves more than 300 bang bangs, which were then sold to the black market. 6 men have since been charged with the conspiracy of the firearms. Let's see if they identify who they are. Those arrested: Cross R.J. Gorey of Lake Eleanor's, Kane Aiden Gorey, 22. Okay. Kenneth Gilmore, the third, 19. Las Vegas, Brandon Merkel. Hawkins, 19. These are teenagers. These are teenagers doing this. So it's quite interesting. So what they're doing is smashing and grabbing. But again, a free-for-all. Let's see, where's it at? So on all three, West Coast, Central Plains, East Coast, and you have all this going on. Now Ilhan Omar, I'm segueing into Ilhan Omar. Now, I said before, and some of you, say to me, you don't know what you're talking about. You're making stuff up. No, I'm not. I just see the way things are going. And I don't mind being wrong. I don't. But I said Ilhan Omar, I made a video last year, about a year and a half ago. And I said that Ilhan Omar was an asset. She's a Democrat up there in Minnesota. Now you have a bunch of people up there. Now back, what was it, back in the 90s? It's a lot of Ethiopians, Somalians, and Eritreans. Oh man, I'm trying to remember. But there are a lot of people that were placed up there. Now they came from when there was a lot of fighting in Ethiopia, and they came in as refugees. Now, when you say refugees, the first thing that some people get upset. Why would you get upset? Your land had some problems, your government had some problems, you left and you came to another country and received assistance. Now, I had a conversation where I live at. Everybody in the world is where I live at. Not in my house, but you know what I mean, right? And I talked to some Ethiopians and those who've been here for about 20 some odd years. And then when I was asking her about, how she came over, she said she was a refugee. I said, oh, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But she immediately said, but I didn't get any funds. The government didn't give me anything. I'm like, wait. No, the government did give you something. No, my brother took care of me. No, wait a minute. How many of you came over? She said about 7 or 8 of her family came over to live with her brother. I'm like, you're saying that your brother took on 8 additional mouths to feed and didn't get any government assistance. Oh no, my brother, we're proud people. I'm like, I started to say no, there's all these government programs, but because we got clothes from the secondhand store, I'm just like, okay. I digress on that point. But Ilhan Omar, like I said, her being an asset, who is she calling a racist now? Now, I said, these people that are coming in here already have anti-Black hatred to begin with. And you're like, politics with Laura, why would you say something so terrible? It's not terrible when it's true. Why would you say that I'm terrible and not the people that are doing it? And I said that they have not only anti-Black hatred, but they also don't like white people. I said that. Go back and you'll see. Now, it just so happens this came across my Twitter feed. I'm like, oh my goodness. Thank you for proving my point. Ilhan Omar. What does she say? Ilhan Omar says our country should be more fearful of white men. Now, Ilhan, help me out here. Ilhan, you sound very ungrateful, terribly ungrateful, because the American government opened up its arms to you and invited you in during a time of need. Even though that you are an asset of Qatar and Iran, and even though you're Somalian, that doesn't mean anything. You're still an asset. You're like, politics with Laura, how do you know this? Look up the court case going on where she was named as an asset. I'm just saying that's why they kicked her off all of the committee she was on, and she was screaming racism, racism, but she never said, I'm an asset, I'm an espionage, I'm a spy. She never said those things. Not once. But she's calling people, you're a racist, you're a racist, oh, you're a racist, you're a double racist. And now she's saying, oh, you better fear white people. No, I'm sorry, not white people. You better fear white men. That's what Ilhan Omar said. Look back at my previous videos. It's there. I said it. I put that out there. Now that the anti-Black, they sort of got that. Well, we already got you Black people sewn up. We got everything. I mean, we're getting all free stuff. We got illegal aliens coming in. You put them in 5-star hotels. You got this going on. You got the progressives. Progressives are doing everything they can to get the government money and bringing us in. While you have this going on, we can do whatever we want. You can't make this up. Americans and their identity politics. Check this out.
So I want to talk today about the elephant in the room that women don't like talking about, but we all think about: having a bulge. Having a bulge doesn't magically make you a man. Having a bulge doesn't negate your womanhood. A lot of us women still have our bits and pieces, and that's okay. So I think we really need to start changing the language and discourse around this issue, and start normalizing it. Bye, everyone.
So as we have that going on, right? We have that going on. We have Ilhan Omar saying, hey, you better fear white men. White men are dangerous. Oh my goodness, they are dangerous people. Ilhan, you better divorce your husband. Isn't he white? I mean, it is outrageous, the wild stuff that's going on. Now, you're like, politics with Laura. What does the bang bangs and the ammo and the cars being pushed into these bang bang stores? What does that have to do with anything? Well, it has to do with everything and the tea in China. It has everything to do with it. Now, I'm working on this working theory that I have going on because I've been tracking it. Been tracking it for a little bit here. But before I can put anything definitive to it, I'm just going to lay it out. And then you can give me your thought. Well, don't give me your thoughts. Just marinate on it. Because if you look at what's going on in Chicago, if you look at what's going on in Philly, New York City, LA, I mean, there are places in LA to where they have pushed Black people out, Black people out of their own neighborhoods, their own homes, that they have been there. And I'm not sure. Because progressives are saying we don't want any bang bangs. Get rid of the Second Amendment. We don't need that. But you got people busting in these stores. I mean, okay. I'm going to leave it right there. But if you look at how the Democrats, and yes, I'm saying the Democrats, maybe a couple of Republicans, I've been looking at who's voting on what, trying to find the info. But a lot of these progressive policies are pro illegal immigrants. You got people who came here right, and a lot of my friends are peed off. They're like, the things that I had to do to get here, the things that I had to do, and this and that, and they come here and they get what, $13,000 worth of food stamps, $5,000 on their EBT cards that was out there in what do you call it, Chicago. I'm waiting for somebody, because I've been going to the grocery store waiting for these people that I know are illegals to drop their receipt, because I'm gonna put it right on up, because I know DC is giving illegal aliens a lot of money, a lot, and they got a lot of resources, and all of them, majority of them, have scooters. And when I talk to them, a lot of them I talk to are from Venezuela, and they tell me, oh, well, we came up with money. No, you didn't. And then we get into a debate, and they can't stand me. They're like, I hate her. Well, they don't say it, but I'm pretty sure they do. But they can't say how they got those scooters. They're like, oh, well, I had money. Well, if you had money, no, okay. And I'm like, people who have money don't leave their country. They don't. Now, they're not saying that they came out of jail. They're not saying anything of that. And I'm quite sure a number of them had legal issues. But I do see people with families that are decent people. And I talk to them. And they tell me the truth. They said, well, I came up here, it was hard in Venezuela, but here in America, they gave me a house. They give me money and food stamps. My child goes to school for free. And I'm like, so what are you doing? And the guy said, well, the husband said, well, I'm going to try to find a job. I said, but you left your country and you're saying that you're trying to find a job. I'm like, you sound like some of my family members. We must be related in some way. And I said, well, what about your wife? Oh, no, she's going to stay home. I said, stay home? You don't understand where you came. This country, you need two people working. And then he said, but the government gives us money. So they give us money. And I wanted to ask, how much does the government give? I mean, I was being nosy enough, but I should have been nosier. I should have been nosier. But the people who ride the scooters, they say, I bought that. No, Muriel Bowser gave it to you. DC, Washington, DC taxpayers gave you that, because I know I didn't sign off on anything. I didn't vote for it. In fact, I asked, I said, will you be voted? And they didn't answer that. I said, okay, I think I went a little bit too far. But back on what I was saying, I do apologize for digressing. But there is an MO. There is an MO going on as far as the bang bangs, the ammo, and the stores that are being rammed into, and people are and organized because they did it in 90 seconds. So they're organized while they're doing it. Now, I don't know who's doing it. I can't say what group of people because I don't know. It could be a combination of them all. People flow that way. Whichever way the money goes, that's where they go. Wherever crime pays, that's where people are to get paid for committing the crimes. But on that note, please like, subscribe. I do have memberships. I meant to say that in the very beginning. Please become a member. I'm adding stuff up. I do have one level right now. I'm going to add another. Right, the first level is politically incorrect. So check that out. And then if not, support me by simply pressing subscribe. That's for free. Hey, like my videos. If you don't like it, subscribe, dislike, and then tell me why you dislike it, or tell me why you like it, and we can have an engagement. We can talk about what you believe that Kamala Harris is right. And for me, I'm an independent. It doesn't matter which side you're on, because I have smoke for both sides. It's just that Democrats do more jacked up stuff. But on that note, I want to thank you for stopping by. Wait a minute.